Welcome back, entertainment Daily lovers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like I said, a lot of gist to cover. So some of those gonna be in live stream form, others are going to be in video form. Please, if you are watching video form, live stream, comment, subscribe, drop your 2 cents. Let us know what you think, okay? When I mean your 2 cents, your opinion, your comments, let us know what you think about the topic that is being discussed at hand. Okay, so we quickly check our sound. We're talking about Two-Face Idibia and the recent stuff that we saw that happened, which is him being seen in Edo House of Assembly. And that's what we're going to be discussing. And we know that Two-Face came out and had made a post where they wanted to try to cover up what was happening. So Two-Face came out and said, no, nobody hacked my account. I posted what people saw me post. So, but today let's talk about the statement. Everybody's looking at this from the angle of what's the ball. I feel like Two-Face wanted to make a statement, and all of that we're going to be discussing momentarily. Okay. First of all, there was a huge chaos as expected. Two-Face out of the blue, seen in Edo House of Assembly as what? He's not a politician. Why is he there? All of that we're going to discuss, okay? And before we get right into that conversation, I just want to let you all know that social media is divided and everybody have their opinion. So you drop your own opinion, let us know what you think. But if you know the Annie and Two Faces case, then you know that that's been a case for a while. So let me quickly check our sound and we get into this video. 20 minutes. I hope I can round this up in 20 minutes. I hope. Let me check the sound. Give me a second. Okay, so I think our sound is perfect. I feel like I can hear a sound that I'm not sure where it's coming from. Wait a minute. Give me a second. I feel like I can hear a sound that I'm not sure where it's coming from. Wait a minute. Give me a second. I feel like I can hear a sound that I'm not sure where it's coming from. Wait a minute. I still can hear this sound, but anyways, pardon me, I can't figure out where that sound is coming from. So we're going to quickly just listen to the chaos in the House of Assembly, and then we are going to talk about what we think concerning the whole situation. Okay. So this is what is happening in Edo House of Assembly.
Two-Face just entered the House of Assembly and he has caused commotion everywhere. Two-Face in the Edo State House of Assembly right now. Two-Face. Two-Face Idibia is in Edo Assembly.
At this point, people are surrounding him. So it's a huge chaos going on, seriously. Anyway, I just wanted you all to get the picture of what is going on. So you could hear the screaming, and the person that was filming was on the other side of the room and just recording, zooming in. At some point, people were taking pictures. He lifted up his face, for the photos. He knows he has fans everywhere. Then people were trying to kind of get people to just go away from there, leave him alone, let him just be. Then he bent his head down and was pressing his phone. Of course, he's feeling uncomfortable, but you knew what you were doing. You wanted to make this statement, and I feel like this was deliberate. Okay, this was not even a mistake, or it just happened just like that accidentally. Two-Face is in a Edo House of Assembly. Remember, we did speak about that when this whole thing happened. I was talking to you people about the lady, how they said she was a politician and from Edo State. Um, and I've also seen other videos of the lady where she's sharing all these small, small things that politicians like to share and things like that. So now, all of that being said, let's get into this conversation. Like I said, it's going to be a quick one. So if you're watching the replay, please drop your thoughts in the comment section. This is recent. Now, when Two-Face came out, we know the drama that has been going on between Two-Face Idibia and Annie Idibia. Okay, so to see that both of them are even separated for this long, it's not even a surprise. Okay, because it is long overdue in the eyes of a lot of people, because it seemed like at some point it was becoming too toxic. Okay, where something could happen to either one of them. We remember where Annie a few years ago packed and said, I'm going to scatter everything, I'm going to this, I'm going to end it all. Two-Face this, Two-Face has traveled with Pero, they're going to the US, to this, to that. All those kind of drama we've always seen. We know that they're always fighting, they're always doing this. And a lot of Two-Face's songs resurfaced where people were saying, he was kind of passing a message to everyone. But anyway, fast forward to this 2025. It was in this February. No? It was February when Two-Face came out and said, my account was not hacked. I'm no longer with Annie and I'm filing for divorce. Right? And then people were like, oh, okay, what's going on? But one thing that not everybody, majority of people out there on social media was actually saying the timing was not right. And I was also one of those that saying the timing was not right, because the Netflix reality show, Young, Famous, and African, had just aired, and Annie looked a mess. Okay, Annie looked a mess while they were filming that, and everybody started talking. Everybody started judging. She looked like she was under drugs. She was under the influence of something. She was this, she was that, she was shaking. People were making memes and fun of her. Annie was the most talked about in the whole show. Like Annie gave the show even more popularity. Okay, and I think maybe that's one of the reasons why the producers, seeing her in that horrible condition, still wanted to continue filming with Annie. Annie did not look okay at all. It was obvious that Annie was struggling with something, but they continued filming, and it did work for their favor, for Netflix and the producers and everybody involved, because they did cash out. Because Annie, people weeks after watching a Netflix show, people kept talking. Up until now, people are still doing reaction videos about Annie and everything. So people felt like with the heat that Annie is receiving after the show just aired, that was not the right time for Two-Face to come and announce in the heat of the moment to double or triple uh, the hit that Annie is already receiving on her side. So that's where a lot of people were coming from. Like, have a little bit of compassion, have a little bit of empathy. No matter what, this is a woman you've been with. Okay, you want to divorce her, do it in silence. Okay, just quietly do what you want to do, and then later on in the future you can come and announce it. That's what a lot of people were saying. Okay, although there were persons that felt like there's no right time when it comes to this divorce, relationship, love, and heartbreak and whatnot. That there's no perfect time. Anytime they serve you breakfast, you take on like that. There were people that had that opinion, were of that opinion. Okay, so that being said, one thing Two-Face said in that his post, the video where he came out and said my account was not hacked, because it's almost like there was a cover up, was that he will be granting an interview explaining his own side of the story. But on that post, he already had mentioned that they have been separated for some time now, but he's going to be moving forward with the divorce. Okay, so both of them are separated, all right, but they've not divorced. So I think according to what he said, this February must have started the divorce process to divorce Annie and make it official. Okay, that they're no longer tied together. Nothing is connecting them except the kids, right? Okay, now when all of these things were happening, remember that they had already said his account was hacked, where he got angry and said, my account was not hacked. Because so it almost like Two-Face is trying to come out and tell the story, but there are forces suppressing him, which can come in the form of Two-Face family members, Annie's family members, friends, people close to them, not wanting the story to break yet. And it is actually driving Two-Face crazy at this point. That's what I see, because with this present show off, this is a huge statement. That thing that they did not allow him to do in the beginning of February when he made that first post is exactly what he's doing right now. Okay. They didn't want him to talk. And he had said he will come out and grant an official, interview where he will explain his own side and what is going on and what led to what that is making him to now file for a divorce after they've been separated. And I believe he would have been able to tell us how long they've been separated for before he made these announcements. And everything must have made sense because everybody's already bashing him that you people, when did you people separate, and when did you find this Edo state politician that you are lovey-dovey with and everything? Do you understand? So I feel like because Two-Face was not allowed and people kept telling him to calm down, and they would have used people that he does respect in the industry and everything to kind of calm him down to not make any official statement yet, because from what Tiwa Savage and Tokema Kinwa had revealed, Annie is battling her allegedly. She's in rehab. Okay, so let me not even say what, but we all know what we saw in the Young Famous and African. I was even one of those that were saying, people, please focus on the show and don't talk about how messy Annie looks. Okay, like it was embarrassing. So I didn't even want to start talking about it to make it gain more popularity, because there are people that didn't even want to watch the show, but because of the way people were talking about how Annie was behaving, people went and started subscribing to Netflix and watching, and it did bring traffic to them and all of that, like, and brought more eyes to the story. Okay, so people are pressing Two-Face to not make that official announcement. And I feel like the fact that Two-Face already came out and said my account was not hacked, now we know that there is fire on the mountain. And he already said it on that post that we are separated and I'm going through with the divorce. Whether he has started it or he has not, they would have allowed Two-Face to just like waiting still there now. The table leg don't already break, make it cuckoo break finish, because he already said it. We already know that there is issues, and we're seeing him with another woman, so we know that the probability of him going back to Annie and whatnot, maybe his heart is already somewhere else, or at the end of the day, Seth, nobody feel even carry Two-Face heart. Seth, his heart belongs to all the women that are available. So we know that when it comes to that one is already done and dusted, but they should have allowed him to just make his official statement. And I feel like if they had allowed Two-Face to make that official statement that he already started, this move he made today, he wouldn't have done it. So this video where we're seeing him in Edo State lawmakers, like, what is taking Two-Face to Edo of all the 36 states? Is the Edo state where this his girlfriend is from, that he knows that, in fact, even if he was not in the lawmakers building, even if he was just seen landing in Edo State Airport, whether he went to Benisikio, Awuchio, anywhere in Edo State, anywhere Two-Face is spotted, people will know that he went there because of this woman, right? And it's going to trend. And Two-Face and this woman knows it. At some point, I'm feeling like maybe because this woman is a politician and she knows that there's a lot at stake, her image already, but it seemed like she said she they give her Gbero vibe, like the lady doesn't care. And seriously, there's a video I saw, I even dropped a comment and people were busy talking, like a video somebody had shared on Instagram. I somehow stumbled across the video where she was talking about she was going to be giving during when the fuel scarcity in Nigeria, and she was talking about people should show up to a filling station, she would be giving whether 10-liter fuel to 1,000 people or something like that, something like that. But she was sitting in a house, like you could see it's a house, but behind her, four persons were standing, three adult men standing wearing all black standing behind, and I was asking what is this mafia vibe that you're giving, like you're indoors, like you want to make that video, they could still stand there if they're your security and still be off the camera. But this one that you stood and you had those four people cross leg, they talk about 10-liter fuel. I'm like, this lady, you say, if you like say mafia lifestyle, they switch you. But anyway, back on the Agberu vibe. And what's on the street is the woman, she's a street fighter. She's that type, allegedly you know. So I feel like this is something that was orchestrated by she and Two-Face, since they will not allow Two-Face to make an official statement, because he said, I am coming to address my fans, not as if my personal life concern on her, but because you people are my fans, I will come and address you people, you know. So because he respected whomever were the people that were talking to him behind the scene, he did not come out to speak. Him and this lady decided to pull another stunt, which is him showing up in the Edo State House of Assembly. Why are you going to the lawmakers building? What are you going to do? You're one, not a politician. You're not one of them that when they're having their meetings or whatever, even if they finish having their meetings and you were just there to pick her up so you people can travel or do what, you could have waited somewhere else. You could have waited outside. But coming into the building, sitting down, and I'm like, he knew what he was doing and he loves every bit of it. This is just another way for Two-Face to tell you people that, look, you people are wrong thinking that I am doing something to this lady, because she and we are not together. She's on her own, I am on my own, and I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do. Even when they were together, he was still doing what he was doing. So it's not as if it made any difference at all. But I feel like Two-Face going to the Door House of Assembly all of a sudden, all throughout that we've known Two-Face, we've never seen Two-Face in any House of Assembly meeting anywhere in the 36th state, not even in his own state, not even in Benue State that he comes from. We've not seen him attending such meetings. So what is taking you all the way to Edo State to go into that building where you know a lot of people are there? And modern day now, there's nothing you can do in secret because everybody have a phone. Some phones are so small that you're holding them on your palms, and it's all like, it's so small that you can't even see it. So anybody can just record you at any time and put it out there. So if they've already told you not to speak, and we know that it is pressing you, is either you will just damn the consequences the way you did the first time, let these people that are calming you down feel disrespected, but just come out and grant that interview that you said you're doing it for your fans. And you have fans all over the continent, outside the continent, all around the world. People that love Afrobeat music, listens to Afrobeat music. People that love the music African Queen. Oh, you're my African Queen. A lot of people love that song. And that made them to kind of like you and listen to your music. If you want to do it, then just damn the consequences and come out and do it. But the way you and this Osawaru lady is going about it is absolutely wrong. And one would want to think that, in fact, anyway, it's always common, like the kind of people that they make politicians now, most of them know they get sense. A lot of the people that you see as politicians, when you look at the politicians in different countries and you look at people in the countries, you can always tell that most times it's always the foolish ones that are the politicians, and they end up representing a country and making everybody look like a clown. The same way that Donald Trump is over there fighting with Taylor Swift on social media. I don't understand where president they tweet like say be picking where them born yesterday. But this is what we see with politicians. Because how did this lady think that this was a good move to take Two-Face IDIBIA and bring him to her place of work? Does she think that she's the only person that is in that House of Assembly that is maybe sleeping with somebody's husband or somebody's wife, or or involved in some type of entanglement? A lot of people keep their lifestyle, whatever they are doing, in private, and when it's time to do their work, even though they need to do any work, these are our Nigerian politicians, they're all not to the chop money, but at least when it's time to do their work, they do their work. When it's time for them to play, they play. But I don't understand why you're mixing work and play together. Why was Two-Face IDIBIA there? If you people knew you were bringing him there and you're not going to tell us heads up, you knew it, because there's nothing like, oh, Two-Face, even if they say, okay, Two-Face was coming there for something, you people know that the first person that sees Two-Face, nobody in Nigeria that will not recognize Two-Face, even a child they gave birth to yesterday, so they would most definitely film him and put him out there. You people should have had your statement ready already. Since how many hours ago that this video came out and it's trending, we are yet to see anything. It does not make any sense. But then more videos are surfacing. The video of AY's ex-wife's, because AY is also separated. I don't know if they are divorced too. You could see Two-Face's body language there. The other video that came out the first time, it looked like Two-Face and Annie was together, but more videos shown from different angles. It seemed like Annie was just standing there. Even AY's ex-wife was feeling uncomfortable. Two-Face was feeling uncomfortable, putting phone in his ear like he's making call, bending his head down, not wanting to, like his body language was just totally off in this video that is trending now that this Edo House of Assembly video came out. So people should allow Two-Face to talk, because I was also of the opinion that he shouldn't say anything, but he had already said something. So we already know that there is something going on. Okay, he already said the much, like, we are separated, I'm following up with divorce. Waiting again, remain there to talk. Inside marriage. Nothing else. Once you said you're separated with somebody, they know that, okay, this marriage, there's already issues. You're separated and you're looking to file for divorce. There's issue. There's something that is making you people to go your separate ways. So why don't they just allow Two-Face to talk so he can have his freedom and go ahead with this woman? Look, see how far then go rich. Do you understand? Samuel, you're welcome. So now Two-Face mess up. What in him they do for House of Assembly as a lawmaker? But look, Samuel, another thing that you have to consider, I understand and agree with you. Why is he there? But also think about that first post he made where he said he's separated with Annie and that he's coming out to address it, but not that he has a what is it called? He said not that his private life is our business, so like the business of the general public, but for the sake of his fans, he will come out and he will address it. That's what he said, right? So if we're working with that, ask yourself, since he made that post till now, why has he not granted that interview? Why has he not sat down to do that? If it's 30 minutes video, if it's 1 hour video, if it's a live stream, if it's him going on Daddy Freeze's platform or Ebuka or any other platform where people, all Nigerians can sit down and watch, and he explains his own side of the story. It simply means that there are people from inside that are suppressing this whole thing. They don't want him to speak yet. But at the point that he has gotten to, for him to, I remember he did that first post, then they did the second one saying his account was hacked, and then he did the third one and said his account was not hacked. You can tell that the man has gotten to his breaking point. The more they try to suppress him from talking when he has already spilled a little bit of the tea, let him just spill it all. Let him spill it all before person go crazy. Make them allow the man, make the man talk. Because now, look at it now, Samuel. Because they did not allow him to release that official statement that he wanted to release, look the move he made. Guess what the next move will be? We don't know. And this is just making the whole situation more messy, like him being in Edo State House of Assembly. And this was orchestrated by him and this Edo State Osawaru lady. Both of them sat down and planned this move. And because this lady don't want to be looked at as a woman that is sleeping with somebody's husband, even though they've not divorced, but to her, it might be doing her like, oh, it will seem better if everybody knows that they are separated. They are separated, but they are not divorced. So you're still sleeping with somebody's husband because there's still something tying them together. But some people feel better to say, well, he was no longer with her. They were already separated when I started seeing. So she, on the other hand, might be trying to say, okay, since now they don't want you to talk, and maybe these are people you respect, let's try and see something else. And she and Two-Face sat down, joined their head together, said, okay, just show up at my place of work. Most definitely, people are going to record you and they're going to post it. Let people really know that we're together. You've already said the much, as you're no longer together with Annie, but make it believable. Do you understand? Because there are people that are still rooting for the both of them. There are people that still want Annie and Two-Face to come back together. But how do you put it in their faces, in such people's faces, is for them to pull stunts like this. So this move alone, that he didn't say anything, she didn't say anything, nothing at all, just seeing him there alone tells you that I am with this Edo State lawmaker and I'm not with Annie. And I have not been for a while, and I will not be. Because Two-Face knows that Annie is in rehab. But Two-Face is still doing what Two-Face is doing out there. So it shows that he has gotten to that breaking point where he doesn't care anymore. There is nothing left for the both of them. There is nothing left. At this point, is for him to just go ahead and live his life. And I believe he has already decided that that is exactly what he's going to do. So there is nothing anybody is going to say to Two-Face at this point that will change anything. And because this woman is also involved, she does not care. You see, side chicks, as the years is going, side chicks are becoming more brutal. Even the devil itself, like Satan, is afraid of side chicks. The modern day side chicks, then go even come inside your house, come fight you. You will even think that you're the one looking for their trouble. They are the one crossing the line, but they are the one still. So this woman does not, she does not have anything in her own mind. She does not have anything to lose. Two-Face is who she wants, and she will be with Two-Face. So she will keep scheming her way into his life, doing things to make the general, because if he was not a public figure, they don't need to prove anything to anybody. They just continue on their path, doing whatever they want to do. You know, but because he's a public figure and she doesn't want anybody to come out tomorrow and say, but they were married. She will say, no, 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 no. They were separated. Divorce was already going on. So she really wants it to be in our faces. You know, when they say, when the third person waka, shaggy, that's what this woman is doing. And because Two-Face had already had enough with Annie, if we're working with, we're not in their home, but allegedly what we hear, toxicity is going on there, like the fights, the carrying of things, the scattering of everything. And it's just getting to a point where at the end, one person will buy if they don't go their separate ways. And Two-Face finding this woman, he's in heaven. He's in heaven. You know, marriage could be going through whatnot, but when one of the persons in that marriage finds somebody out there, a shoulder out there to cry on, and this person is willing to damn all the consequences, the shame, the talking, the yapping, people saying you're with somebody's wife or you're with somebody's husband, and this like that emboldens that person the more. So right now, Two-Face is on top of the world, and Two-Face will not look back. Samuel said, you said it all. I think his friends discourage him from spilling from the hack my account to Nami talk with it. Exactly, that was obvious. Because how do you go from my account was hacked, which is the common saying that all of them, they used to say, my account was hacked, my account was hacked. But another narrative that I think people are putting out there that does not make sense is this people are saying, why are you people forcing them to be together? Very few people are. But majority of the people are just saying the timing is wrong. The woman is in rehab. If you've been able to endure for this long, now that you people are separated, is it the time that you cannot endure anything else? In my language, they say, we know no kakpa. It simply means when the turtle was inside the latrine, inside the hole with the poo and everything, he didn't realize that the shit was smelling. The day they said, tortoise, we're bringing you out from the latrine, he started screaming, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, the poo smells, but he's been there since. So if you've already been able to endure the fights and everything that has been going on, now that you people are already separated, she's in rehab, both of you are not in the same home anymore. She's where she is, you're where you are. Give it time. Let her come out from this thing that is in her system, flush her system, let her start thinking right again and everything. And then you can come out and make that public announcement, because the more she gets better, the more you've already started divorce procedure. I'm not saying don't start it. Do it in private, the way a lot of people did. Or what's Ireti Doyle? That woman, if she didn't grant that interview, how many years later, saying she's no longer married to Patrick Doyle, nobody knew. Because you can get a divorce, you can be separated, you can be having marital issue. If your name does not change, you don't come out to say anything on social media, nobody will know that you're having marital issues. So do what you have to do. You don't have to come out and announce it. And if you think you want to tell everybody, then wait for the woman to get a bit better, not for her sake, because at this point you don't like her, you can't stand her. A lot has been going on, so that's fine. But do it for the sake of those two daughters that both of you share. Showing up in that Edo State House of Assembly was wrong. In my opinion, instead of Two-Face to show up in that Edo State House of Assembly to really prove to people that he's separated from Annie, he has moved on, he's found another woman and everything, he should have just damned the consequences, disrespect all those people that told him not to speak, and just pick up his phone and make that 1 hour live stream explaining everything and let them be angry at him. After all, if person like you, then go still forgive you. Then verse, tired, then go leave him. But this move, going to present yourself in Edo State House of Assembly, as what? For what? And shame on this woman. Shame on this Edo State House of Assembly woman. The fact that she would even allow him to show his face there. You're not the only woman in that House of Assembly. Then go just they pick people, they behave anyhow to represent. What are you representing now? A person that is badly behaved like this is a person that is representing a whole constituency. Someone said, "Na politician she be." The Natasha is a smooth up. I'm telling you, when you watch the way she talks alone, self, she just they give you that mafia vibe. Osama bin Laden. No, really Osama bin Laden. Escobar. They call those drug lords. She just be giving you Agbero vibe. Agbero for Motopark vibe. That's the vibe that this woman is giving. And she's supposed to be a politician. She's supposed to be a well-exposed and well-traveled, coming from a well-connected family. It's really terrible. So that Natasha is a smooth operator. I think she knows what she's doing. She's the one directing the script. Two-Face is playing. Of course, now she's not a politician. You cannot be a politician if you don't have enough tricks behind your sleeves. You say one thing, you're doing something else. You have to be that cunning. Connie get to fool your head. Connie mani dayo, Connie mani bereyam. Wayo mani dayo, wayo mani bereyam. You have to have it. You have to have it. You have to be a 419. You have to be a liar, someone that is not straightforward, a manipulator, a plotter that can plot against anything and everybody and everything in between. And that's exactly what she's doing. But if she thinks she's won a trophy with somebody like Two-Face, you didn't win nothing, no? Because even the ones that are not talking are doing, and the one that is so bold and comfortable with his lifestyle and very proud, you've not won nothing. You know? A second, let me put wood in my fireplace as I'm talking. Oh, there for you. Okay, sorry for that noise. To put my wood. It's cold in the islands. Okay, so I don't even know what's the next move. But have we seen all of Two-Face? No. And we're going to be seeing a totally different Two-Face because of this Natasha lady. Write it down somewhere. Because first of all, Two-Face is very proud of his lifestyle. Two-Face has never pretended that he's not this person. I like woman. I'm not gonna lie. Woman. A lot of men like. I've not even seen any man that is straight that tells you that they don't like women. It's the ones that if it's LGBTQAI plus a hand, those ones are the ones that don't like women because they like men. But a straight man likes women. Have you seen any straight man that somebody would give them opportunity and say, take this for free, do it, nothing will happen, and they will not do it? So people are just respecting themselves, you know. But Two-Face already told us this is him. Take me as you see me. So if this Natasha lady, except say you go tie her somewhere, because if this woman is thinking that after all this gbege, Two-Face's eyes is off the market, like he will go and perform in shows, he will meet people, he will do everything, and Two-Face will not go and meet other people. You are joking. You are joking. Because after they go through all this, you know, I feel like for both of them now, this thing that they think is love or anything, it might be infatuation. The heat of the moment, the secrecy, like everything is hot. So it's just, it is really moving them like, oh my goodness. But after this whole thing dies down, both of them won't be feeling themselves anymore. This Natasha and Two-Face IDIBIA. And trust me, Two-Face will continue in his path. Two-Face will not stop. Two-Face is not changing for anybody. He will continue on this path. So the earlier this woman realizes what she's doing, the better for her. I think Two-Face needs to just be on his own for a while. If he's divorcing Annie, divorce Annie, but don't be with any woman. Just learn to be by yourself. You have multitude of kids. Just learn to be by yourself for a while. Discipline yourself to say, okay, if I'm going to do this, it's not difficult for a man or a woman to say, I'm keeping myself for this one person. It is not difficult. It does not take rocket science. But some people just want to pretend that that's something that they are not capable of doing. First, you have to start by respecting yourself. Knowing that your body is the temple of God. It just doesn't belong to you. You cannot have everybody access you like that. You think wait till you be access bank? It's just it is embarrassing and it's a shameful move. This and to think that it's looking like she's in control, because I don't know how she came up with this idea. And Two-Face sat down and nodded his head like a gamma lizard, thinking that this was a good idea, showing up in Edo State's House of Assembly when he's not a politician. He's not from that state, so there's no other good reason why he was seen there. They didn't have a program where he was going to perform in the House of Assembly. It is weird. But from seeing this video now, I just want to let everybody know that buckle up, get your popcorn, get your favorite drink. If it's water, if it's juice, if it's tea, if it's coffee, if it's beer, if it's wine, if it's whiskey, get it ready because it is going down. We're going to be seeing more stunts because this Natasha and the kind of videos of hers that I've been seeing on Instagram, get ready. It is going to get even messier. At the end of the day, we're going to be seeing another Yul Edochie very soon if he's not careful. If he's not careful, people will start disrespecting Two-Face IDIBIA because of this nonsense suggestion that this Natasha lady is suggesting to him, and he is following through just to prove a point, instead of him to just come out and disrespect those people that are telling him to not do this thing for once. There are certain things you want to do that people are telling you, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Omo, I go do them. When I do and finish, I go come tell you sorry. And I go explain to you why I do them. And I go let you know, say, no be because say I won't disrespect you. But this is if you not do you, omo, leave it. Nobody be God, because even God, we're all, erring. And God forgives us. So if you as a human being, you cannot forgive somebody because you told the person not to do something and the person went and did it, and you feel like it's disrespect, you know, respect me, you know, rate me, omo, bafo, they go sleep. Gawa, they go. Because At the end of the day, he's the one wearing the shoes. He knows where it hurts the most. He's already let the cat out of the bag. What are you people still hiding? We know that Annie is in rehab. He has said that they are separated. So one can put two and two together and say, if they are separated, there's a possibility that they are no longer living together under the same roof. What is he still hide? What are you people still suppressing him to hide that is forcing him and this Natasha? Because inside this Natasha now, Hanyash, they do far from. If she no sleep with Two-Face every day, she no go rest. They've gone to instigate now for him to now. I'm waiting. I've checked his before I came live. I was looking at his Facebook. Somebody tell me what is that? What is Natasha's? I just keep seeing people posting about her. She should be on Instagram. I wonder what her handle will be. I want to see because she did not release an official statement debunking. So she's indeed seeing Two-Face. So as a politician, your brain only tell you say. In fact, so like I don't even understand. I don't understand. Two-Face and all the baggage and everything. Women should just leave him alone. Let him go fix himself, get better. Then you people can continue chasing him. Those that wants to sleep with him. Let that man just calm down for once. Fix himself and understand that this lifestyle will not lead him anywhere. His kids are growing, man. He's got daughters too. What kind of example are you showing your daughters? And I'm not talking about Annie yet. I'm waiting for when I will hear that Annie has been released from a rehab or when we will see her first post back online. Because I don't understand. When women carry men on their head, it pain me, mostly when that man never proved himself. Man or woman, this goes both ways. As a man, if that woman has not proven herself, they carry her for head. As a woman, if man never prove himself beyond all reasonable doubt, no, they carry him for head. Load way heavy now for shoulder, then they carry him. When he heavy too much, you go throw him. If it's been alleged from these videos that we're seeing, both of you've been separated. You went to that AY's wife event. Greet AY wife, say hello to Two-Face. Waka go your table, go sit down, or go. Other people there where you know, no be Lagos party. No be Lagos event, I be where they go. I don't know where AY's ex-wife is from, but wherever they went to, there were celebrities that came because it was AY's wife that was burying a parent. You go there, you see a man that you were married to, and he's there doing his thing. You know that, okay, you people are separated. Greet and say hello if you don't want anybody to know yet. He too, he will greet you since you people are public figures and you people pretend like everything is okay and you move. Look at this video we're seeing now. She stood there, moving herself, trying to see if he will raise his face to look at her. Two-Face did not. He kept pretending he was on the phone, waiting to see if she would leave. She did not leave. The man that was talking to them left. She was the only one now standing there like, oh. I don't understand. Then she now had to go and squeeze herself to AY's and this wife, Mabel. You could see how uncomfortable Mabel was too. Not because she didn't like Annie, but I guess Mabel also knows that there's something. Look at Mabel now. Whatever happened between she and AY, Mabel just carry herself, go one corner, go stay. Mabel just distanced herself from AY. She's doing well, and they have a little child together, Seth. How old is that baby that they both have together? But AY's wife was able to just stay in one corner and be doing. Look, even if you're both pretending that, okay, we don't want the general public to know you're still living together, pretending that everything is well, it doesn't mean that when you go, just do your thing. Jejely pack well, they do your thing. You went there, you saw him. Things are not the way they used to be, so there's no need over pretending. There is no need. It is what it is. So what are we even saying? Man, we're going to be seeing more. Annie should just learn how to live without Two-Face. And since Natasha thinks she's won a trophy, she can have him. But you give them few years and you will see Two-Face with another person. And in between that time, he will still be running things behind the scene that she will not know. So it is what it is. That being said, I've been talking for 44 minutes. I want to keep the live streams as short as possible. We have more gist. You know, a lot is happening on social media. Plenty news everywhere. We don't even know which one to talk about, which one that we're not going to discuss. And so I'm just going to end this here, go and fix some stuff. If I'm able to come back live, I'll probably, if I can, okay, because it's already late over here, but if I can, I'll still come back. There are more things to talk about, so as much as I can, I'll come for us to talk. But I'll also post some as videos, so please subscribe if you have not subscribed. Turn on your notifications so when I'm live, you will not miss it. Some of the gist you might see on our Facebook, some that our Facebook might not get to our YouTube. So the same name, the profile picture you see also, you will recognize Entertainment Daily. Entertainment Daily, okay, same on Facebook, same on Instagram, and same name here on YouTube. So if you're meeting us here, if you're more on Facebook and that's where gist you like to consume content, we're also on all those platforms. Just type in the name, what you see here, and it will show up there. And you can follow us and drop your 2 cents. You can always join us when we're live like this on the panel to come and talk. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you all later. God bless you all for joining me today, and may your day be fruitful and blessed. Thank you so much. God bless you all.